Alexa, what is peritoneal cancer?
Peritoneal cancer develops in the peritoneum, the tissue that lines the inside wall of the abdomen, covering the uterus and extending over the bladder and rectum, according to UCSF Medical Center. The peritoneum produces a lubricating fluid that helps organs move smoothly in the abdomen.
Alexa, what's the meaning of life?
The purpose of life is to live it, to taste experience to the utmost, to reach out eagerly and without fear, for newer and richer experience.
Alexa, play Baby Shark. Yeah. So, good times. Chemo's finished. 6 months of hell. The oncologist is like, listen, we're gonna do a PET scan, but before that, take a holiday. You deserve it. So I ended up going to Turkey, Istanbul, Cappadocia. Have a look, Turkey. And then after the Turkey trip, we decided to have a sneaky getaway to Lebanon, Beirut.
Somebody put themselves on the land! Put the lights on it! 3, 2,
My mate's wedding, yeah? So after my awesome trip, I had to go get my PET scan. Now when you get your PET scan, you shit bricks because you don't know what's gonna happen. You have no idea. You're expecting the best, but you've got no idea on what the results are. It's like waiting for your dream job, waiting for that phone call to see if you get it or not. You gotta wait, and it sucks. So I went and saw my oncologist. He sat me down, he had a laugh. I thought all good. He ends up telling me that during my 6 months of chemo, that's supposed to kill everything that's bad, I had more tumors growing around my stomach. I was in disbelief because I went off what they were telling me. So, bad news again. First, you got a bloody tumor, and now we found more tumors on your stomach. If I can say, for those, I hope to God no one ever goes through this, ever. But if you do, if I can give you my 2 cents. When you meet your oncologist, their job is to guide you, and you put a lot of faith in them because you really, I mean, they're the person that is assigned to you, and it's their job. My oncologist at the time, I had 100% faith in him. Cut out the tumor, hit the chemo for 6 months because it's apparently standard protocol, and you should be right. No, he never ever promised me that it was going to work, but he was just saying that is what's being utilized around the world. That's the standard for what I had, and there's a good percentage it should work. So when he told me the bad news, I was just, besides being shocked, scared, angry. I was really, well actually I was angry, well not necessarily angry, but just more in shock, you know, because he was shocked. So if I'm shocked and he's shocked, I don't feel too bad because I feel someone's in the boat with me. I was lost for words. My wife wasn't there. She was busy because this, I mean, I told her, don't worry about coming, it's going to be fine. But it wasn't. He told me, go home. He was going to inform other oncologists and come up with a plan of attack. So I got on with the rest of my day. I had a meeting. A friend of mine, Paul, I wasn't going there to discuss business. I just needed a mate, and Paul's a good mate. Paul's an ex-military bloke. He's seen, you know, he's been to Afghanistan, Iraq. You know, he's a medic. He obviously knew about what I was going through. I needed a shoulder to cry on. Well, not really cry, just to make sense of it all. Like my wife was busy, and I didn't want to stress her out anymore. I mean, the poor girl has been through hell and back for me. So I was off to see Paul. Young Paul was here when I got the bad news that day. My wife was at work. So tell us, remember that awesome day when I walked in and I said, oh, guess what, we got more cancer going on, son?
It's hard to respond or react when somebody gives you news like that because it comes from nowhere really. And I don't think there's any sort of purposeful reaction that makes it any better. I mean, how do you respond when one of your best friends turns around and says, oh, by the way, I've got cancer again? Well, first of all, it took the piss a bit. What, did you die? No, but in all seriousness, I mean, once the bullshit and the jokes are aside, I mean, you just gotta throw yourself out there and just say, you know, whatever you need, I'm here for you, and if you need, just give me a call, shoot the shit.
I guess what you brought that day was a lot of logic. Basically just broke it down, saying, look, it's not the end of the world. There's many other treatments that you can look into.
I'm not going through it, but what can I see that he can't? And because he's so close and he's so involved and it's, you know, it's directly affecting him, there's the only other way I can look at it is from a medical standpoint and say, right, well, there's a lot of things you don't know yet, and until those results come back, or until you take that first day of treatment, or until you start going down the road of recovery, you're not going to know how this is going to turn out. So don't always think of the worst. Try and look at the positive in the situation and realize that there's people around you that are going to help you through it, and you're not by yourself.
You know how we met? We met doing Muay Thai, remember? Tell him how we met. I kicked him in the head.
You kicked me in the face.
Oh goodness! That's
Booted him in the head.
The first day we were ever sparring, his last words were, just doing a light session, yeah? And literally, as I put my gum shield in, I turned and went, yeah, I got kicked straight in the mouth.
Oh my goodness, what a big head kick!
And he booted me across the gym and split my mouth open.
We've been great mates ever since, mate. Remember, friendship is based on head kicks, mate. Head kicks.
high kick.
Oh
Nice.
my goodness!
Do you know how he did that?
Oh my
Beautiful.